Hey guys, what's going on? It's your girl Kelly coming straight at you for the QueenTarotB in Boston. I am doing this video to let you know that I'm going to be paying it forward along with my friend. Now, a friend of mine got sick and we had so much trouble scheduling the reading. She said, you know what, maybe it's just not meant to be. I want you to give away that half-hour free reading. So I actually chose someone from the comments, and as long as she answers me, then that free reading is gone. However, I am choosing to give out a half-hour free reading of my own. I'm paying it forward, and I hope that you guys will set the example. Especially where the readings are on sale. Even if it's a 15-minute reading and you pay $20 for it, pay it forward. This community is amazing. You're wonderful. If you have it, pay it forward. Now, I heard something and I read something yesterday that I found quite interesting. The corona was discovered in patients from last year. And I guarantee you it was discovered in patients from the year before that. Because I'm 100% positive that I had this virus. Do I want the attention? No. Do I care if people feel bad for me? No, I don't want you to. I'm not a martyr. Why I'm saying this is because something bigger is going on here. They're paying attention to the coronavirus now when it was out 2 years ago. Now, there's a video on here from July, I think 7th or something, 2018. And it talks about how I had quadruple. Bilateral pneumonia, lung infection, and I also had a double ear infection, and how I was hospitalized twice. And when I read a doctor's description of how he died, it said that it filled his lungs up. And that's the same exact thing that happened to me. And I had to get sick in order to drive myself to the hospital. And by the time I got there, my temperature was 103.7 and I was hallucinating. And so I'm pretty sure that what I had was the same exact thing. They dumped vancomycin in my system. I could feel it wear off and my lungs would fill right back up. I don't cry, but I sat on the floor of the hospital and I cried that night and said, if it's just going to be over, let it be over. Like, stop filling my lungs, making me sick, and then filling my lungs and making me sick. Like, I was just over it. Like, if you're going to take me, take me. Like, I've been through spinal surgery. I've been through autoimmune disorders. I've been through fracture of my tailbone. Just blah. Okay? If you can take me, motherfucking take me. So that's something I just wanted to bring up because people think it's a conspiracy theory, but really, when there's documented evidence that you just got out of the hospital, they quarantined you and no one would come in your room at night. They would send you whatever they felt like sending you for food, so you send it back. The nurses wouldn't come in for my medication, and when they did, they were fully gowned. From head to toe, masks, everything, booties, just everything. Okay, and they treated me like shit. The video's still on this page. I'm wearing big, long, purple feather earrings and my hair is back. Now, with that being said, the question is if they're bringing it up now, why? What are they trying to implement that we're not seeing? Are they implementing martial law? Are they implementing a new world order? What are they implementing that they don't want us to fight against, so they're causing mass panic, mass fear? That's the question I want you to ask yourselves in your mind. None of this is adding up. And whether you're for it or against it, you have to admit, mask or no mask, none of this is making sense. If it dies in the heat at 78 degrees, then why does it live in a body that's 98.6 degrees? It's simple science. So I want you guys to really think. And there's a reason I brought this up, because yesterday was the second time I got out of the house in months. I've been home with a screaming infant for months. Okay. And I decided to go to CVS to pick up my prescription, which, by the way, I need to take. I decided to go to CVS to pick up my prescription. Now, I had other things that I needed to get while I was in there. So, I went in instead of the drive-thru. Now, I checked the governor's website before I went, and the governor's website says that the mask is required and only if you can't maintain a social distance of 6 feet. The store was basically empty. There was like 8 people in there. 9 people, maybe 10. And also for people who are autoimmune deficient and have trouble breathing in them. Now, my disorder, my capillaries leak and it goes into my lungs. So my lungs are damaged from all the leaking of the capillaries and the constant pneumonia. If you guys remember, y'all remember that I had pneumonia through my whole pregnancy. 7 months of pneumonia and they wouldn't treat it. So I'm standing there and I'm in the face wash section, and this guy and his hippo were headed for the door. And I say that because she bought snacks and she was legit like stuffing them in her face before she even made it out the door. Hungry hippos, who remembers that game? He yelled at me across the store and told me that I should be ashamed for not wearing a mask. So immediately my Aries Leo Aries lineup, my triple fire went boom, because I was already aggravated from having to stay at home with a screaming infant all the time. I'm running a business. I'm being a wife. I'm not having a life. And this man, the second time I go out of my house, this man has the nerve to tell me I should be ashamed. So I went right for the door and I said to him, if you have something to fucking say, turn around and say it to my face. And he didn't answer. So I said, do you have something to fucking say? He didn't answer. He walked right out the door. Now, my husband was straight ahead and my daughter was in the car. He was standing outside smoking. Yes, we smoke. Don't want to hear it. Please don't preach in my comments. The only comments I want to hear is about this free reading, because I'm paying it forward and asking you to pay it forward, even if it's a 15-minute reading. We need it in this time. So let's collectively get together as a community and pay it forward. Okay, I'm paying it forward with time. I'm losing money. I'm giving away 2 half-hour free readings. Okay, so leave a comment below. Now, my husband didn't hear it because it was super, super windy outside and cold. So the guy takes a left and keeps walking. Now, everyone in the store is staring at me, okay? Everyone in the store. So I turned around to the cashier and said, you know, people ought to know, since they were all staring at me, a person's story before they judge them. I said, I'm autoimmune deficient and I cannot breathe in those masks. The governor's website states specifically that if I cannot keep a distance of 6 feet, then I have to wear one. I don't need one in here. So before you judge me, know my fucking story. And she was like, you're right. I'm so sorry that happened. And I'm like, it doesn't change the fact that it happened and the whole fucking store is staring at me. So I go, I get my prescription. I go outside. I tell my husband what happened. I was absolutely fucking miffed. I mean, I couldn't be arsed to calm down. I was so mad. And I don't get mad. I'm a very patient person. But I was pissed. But anyway, moving on from that story, we have the last supermoon of the year. May 7th. Okay, so in 2 days, we'll have the flower moon. The flower moon was named after was named by the natives. and named after the fact that trees start to blossom now. So it's called the blossom moon as well. It's the last and the smallest of the supermoons of the year. So if you're going to get in any moon work, now is the time. If you're going to work by the moon, now is the time, because her energy is going to shift dramatically. Now, as far as the planets, you can see all 5 planets in May of this month. Okay? They're all moving into Pluto Retrograde territory. So today, all 5 planets align for the first time in a decade. And that's Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, Venus, and Mercury. For the first time today, they're all going to align. Now, as far as retrogrades go, we're going to have quite a few this year. Pluto will remain in retrograde. But as of May 13th through May 23rd, Venus will be retrograde in Gemini. As far as Jupiter, May 14th through September 13th, Jupiter will be retrograde in Capricorn. May 11th through September 29th, Saturn is in Capricorn with Pluto in retrograde, and then it moves into Aquarius. Now, even more interesting is the North Node is retrograde in Cancer and Gemini all year long. So for those of you who don't know what I'm discussing, you're probably going to want to look it up, because it has to do with lessons, and it has to do with life lessons and learning new things as you go. So of course I had to take notes because, well, I'm getting old. Not really. It's too much to remember. Oops. Too many tarot cards. When I closed it, it went nuts. Now, this part is the part that worries me. Chiron will be retrograde from July 11th through December 15th. Chiron in retrograde is that hurt part inside of you. So Chiron in retrograde is actually harmful when it's spinning its in its right axis, but you put it in retrograde and you can imagine those hurts. Now we're already seeing the planet Pluto in retrograde and what that's causing. I don't know about a lot of you, but it's been causing havoc around here. My daughter is a Scorp rising with a Scorp Mercury and a Scorp Mars. My husband is a Scorpio Sag with more Scorpio in his chart. And I only have Scorpio and Uranus. So it's not affecting me per se, but it's bringing up old people who want to come back. It's bringing up old bad habits. It's bringing up all of these things that were healed prior. Now, it's bringing it up for a reason. Because once it's done bringing it up, the withdrawal, it's going to take it away when it starts spinning on its axis right. It's going to take away those insecurities. It's going to take away those boundless amounts of energy put into nothing. But know that the withdrawal from it will be as bad as the habit. Okay? The good news is there's no retrograde in Lilith whatsoever 2020. Lilith has no retrograde. Now, Lilith is the darkest spot from the sun to the moon. But if you look at Pluto retrograde, okay, it's a chance to understand, recognize, and fix past mistakes. So it's not all bad. It's not all negative. It's a chance to look at things and take them into consideration and also to fix them. Now, the full moon will come in May 7th, 2020 at 6:45 a.m., I believe. And it is the last supermoon of 2020. But it will appear for 3 days. It will appear full. Now, it will be below the horizon, so try to venture out the night before and try to catch it going down. And that happens when the moon's elliptical orbit brings it closest to the point of the Earth where the moon is full. So that's what creates the supermoon, okay? So just remember, when the moon's elliptical orbit brings it the closest is when it appears. Like, say it's orbiting and it's far out. Sometimes the orbit will change and bring it in closer, so the moon looks a lot larger than it normally would. Tonight, there's also going to be a meteor shower, so I want you guys to pay attention. Even though you really won't see it, not many will be seen. It will appear as large streaks through the sky. Mainly, it will arrive in the daylight as well. So we are having a meteor shower, but for some odd reason, it's called Eta, trying to remember, Eta Aquilund or something like that. Meteor shower. So when it comes through, most of it will be seen during the day. And I know I'm kind of subject hopping here, but I don't want to make this video too long. So not many of the meteors will be seen during the day. During the night. You're going to have to go out and see them during the day, and they're just going to appear as streaks, not actual meteors. And that's due to weather and a multitude of other circumstances. So that's what I have for you guys. I am asking for Mother's Day and Father's Day if you will pay it forward. Speaking of Mother's Day, I'm a big fan of bathrobes. You guys know I often do my readings in bathrobes. And my husband got me an embroidered bathrobe that says QueenTarotB, QTB. So you may see me wearing this beautiful faux fur bathrobe. And it's not because I'm too lazy to get dressed. It's because I'm too lazy to get out of this thing. So this is your girl, Keli. And I'm asking my community to pay it forward. I'm paying forward 2 half-an-hour readings from the comments below. Okay? I chose someone for my friend's reading. If she doesn't answer me, I'll choose another. But for me and my time, I'm choosing to give up the value of $60 and give away 2 free 30-minute readings in the comments below. So leave a comment and I will choose from the comments who's going to get those 2 30-minute readings. And they're live on Skype or Facebook. You can see me shuffling. You can ask. They're interactive. But I'm asking that since you got a free reading, that you pay it forward. Even if it's a 15-minute reading that costs $20. If you have it, pay it forward. Let's do something nice in this time of uncertainty. I have an amazing, amazing community here. And some of you have it, some of you don't. That's okay. But pay it forward. Send me an email if you're going to pay it forward. And I will send you the link that you can direct the money to. And then you will go in and pick someone that you want to give the reading to. You'll work with me to pick someone you want to give the reading to. I'm asking this as a nice gesture in the middle of chaos. All right, guys. So that is what I have for you. I'm going to be doing Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, and I think Cancer tonight, depending, because it's already 9 o'clock and I'm tired as hell. So do leave your comments below. Please pay it forward. My friend decided to pay it forward. I've paid it forward a few times this month by giving away free readings to people. And now I'm doing it publicly. So I will pick 2 people from the comments below. And I ask that because you get a free reading that you pay it forward. Now, if you can't, I'm asking the community itself to pay forward. Even if it's 15 minutes, $20. You may miss that $20 in the minute, but the karma that comes back tenfold, it'll be one of those situations where you pay it forward and you pay $20 and then you go in and you get a scratchy and it's for like $100. So pay it forward. It may not come in the form of that, but it will come. This is a season to pay it forward. There's so much uncertainty. People are scared. Some people can't feed their families. Pay it forward, guys. This is your girl Kelly coming straight at you from the QueenTarotB in Boston in my new QueenTarotB bathrobe. And I am in the process of building the website. So give me some time on that. It's up and running, but it's not functional yet. I just wanted you guys to see the basic outline of what I'm trying to do. So this is your girl Kelly coming straight at you for the QueenTarotB, knocking over crystals in Boston. And the only thing I have to say is pay it forward. All right, guys. Love you. I'll talk to you soon.